We just left Albuquerque west on Interstate 40.
Worth the trip back here, what? Look how level it is over there. We're at the Grand Canyon National Park. We've got a motel in Flagstaff, Arizona, and drove out. It's about 70 miles north of Flagstaff.
Il y avait trop de plusieurs centaines de mètres.
Mais tu la lâches pas, hein? I'm gonna walk on over here a while.
Okay.
Over around that landing. Look, Julie. Delma, our train that are talking, you might pick up some of that.
Correct. That's the trail that you take to get down there. Sure. The first man to officially explore this area was John Wesley Powell back in 1869. Now he took a river expedition down the Colorado River. One morning they hit a set of rapids that lasted practically the entire morning. So John Wesley Powell, he's sitting there like this trying to steer his boat. Now the problem was he lost one of his arms in the Civil War, so all morning long he had to fight the current with just the one arm. So he's getting really, really tired, but fortunately in the afternoon they hit a long stretch of smooth water. So he told his men, well, you continue to row, I'm going to lie down and take a nap. Now these boats, they weren't that wide, they were only about yay wide, and they weren't that long either, so he wasn't able to lay down on the floor, he just had to sit there in his chair and lay back like this. And when he woke up from his nap, he looked out and says, boy, the canyon is a lot more dramatic when you see it this way. Now I'm not going to ask you to bend over backwards, but if you want to see the way John Wesley Powell seen the canyon, just turn your back towards the canyon, hold your arm up and stick your Sure it is a lot more dramatic. Let's folks give that a try. Expedition. Coronado sent a group of men up here to look for the 7 cities of gold, but they weren't able to find it. The only thing they found was they ran out of water. So they're sitting up here on the top of the canyon looking down at the river, and they're trying to figure out how do we get down to get our water. And they had to walk around here for about 4 days before they were able to find a water source. Now they're looking down the canyon, they're trying to figure out how large this canyon actually is. So they look down here and says, well, you see this rock down there? That's about the size of a man, that large rock over on the other wall over there. They figured that was about the size of a man. So they decided to send an expedition down to see how large that actually was. And it took them about 6 hours to get only about 2/3 of the way down to that. And then when the men came back, they said, you know, that isn't the size of a man. That's the size of the towers of Seville. Now, to give you an idea how large that actually is, that is 550 feet tall. That's the same size as the Washington Monument out in Washington, D.C. Because once you leave the Grand Canyon area, about 83% of the pictures you see of the Grand Canyon will contain those 2 formations. Those are the symbols of the Grand Canyon.
Go straight down up here.
We're going straight down here.
It's a white rock.
White rock at the bottom.
At the bottom, on the ground, like on the red ground,
Oh,
that was small. You got no man in the sea.
Just sitting on a big, taking as big as you can get it. I don't see I could do any wrong, do you?
Far away as it is, I understand me.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, though. We'll demonstrate here. We're going to put that, let that go far off and bring it up close here, see what it does. Can you find that lever? Oh, it makes it too high.
Mom.
Mm-hmm.
You take it now? Are you taking it now? Huh?
Yes.
See the river right down through this point? I believe that's the river way down.
Yes, I can see it. Sure is.
And I bet them little paths down there, I bet that mule trail.
Mm-hmm.
See along through there?
Looks like it would
They
be.
have a mule trail.
I wouldn't want to ride a mule or nothing down that though.
So that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. But some says that mule won't fall, but if he wants to stumble, he'd fall the same as he could if he's on level ground.
We have seen them.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, I see. It's kind of...
There's a little trail that goes down through this canyon. See right this lowest part here? See that little trail? I bet that's a mule trail going down to the river. See how them plants grows on that.
They've got to get some moisture of some kind.
Rocks must have more moisture than you think.
They must have.
That looks like a pine tree right there beside of it. That cactus.
Could be. No, that'd have to be though.
Peak over there. Walk down this way a little ways?
Yeah, come on.
4 feet, but it places it. It is over 100 feet deep. The river drops 2,200 feet along its course through Grand Canyon National Park and contains over 300 rapids.
How far across?
See it, little rock looked like it just bounced down there.
Mm-hmm.
Just see the view trails.
Yep.
You want to climb down on that ledge?
Let's see.
Or you didn't? You want to climb down on that ledge there?
Oh my goodness.
Everywhere you get, you see that river looks like the same scene, but it's different.
Yeah, that's a big river.
Look at these beautiful trails down here.
Didn't the tour guide say that the river was 100 feet deep in places?
Trail where they
Mhm.
go
Yeah,
donkey riding.
I'm seeing that. But wind strong, isn't it?
Well, they're twisted, aren't they?
They sure are.
Dry weather and wind really weather beats them. You know how to stand still.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Did you turn it off? Did you turn it off?
I
It's all right. It don't hurt
have a
nothing.
thumb off of that, but I haven't got off.
You don't have to turn that off. As long as take it. Looks like you might be resting good.
Yeah, I am. One in the moving